Guys, hey, it's my birthday.
That was a nice catch.
Boys, we got paint match parts back and some Milwaukee tools. So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. We got ourselves a really nice day in Pennsylvania and a really great day for our 2020 Denali. We're making some changes to my truck today and I'm super excited about it. I've been wanting to get these specific parts paint matched ever since Sean did the first version of paint match that we came out and did, well, right after I got the truck. Check this stuff out. I love this feeling. New parts, brand new paint match parts. Yes. All right, boys, so here's what we're looking at. We got everything back from Sean at Peach Bottom Auto Body. Crushed it on this stuff. You guys want to give him a follow, I'm going to put his information down in the description below. Definitely go check out his YouTube channel. A lot of in-depth stuff. A lot of really good knowledge about making sure that you get your paint match parts looking perfect. Real nice and baby-like. Dude, I don't know if I just saw a whole bunch of stuff come out your beard or if that was in the line. The world may never know. So we're not gonna waste any time here in the beginning of the video. We're somewhat on a time constraint as I have to pick my son up from daycare in about 2 hours, but that's not going to stop us from getting this truck mostly put back together. But before we go any further, guys, I just gotta let y'all know, big deal, less than a week left in Dream Diesel giveaway number 14. So if you are part of the Procrastination Nation, like the elite group of procrastinators, and you're waiting until the very last minute to get entered, your time's a ticking, boys. A power stroke on air ride and $15,000 cash will be going home with one of you if you choose to get entered. Sounds like a good song. We'll listen to that here in a second because our good friend YouTube might demonetize us for copyright claims. But as I was saying, right after the Christmas holiday, you, right there, sitting wherever you're sitting right now, whether it's on the shit or on your couch or wherever it might be, could be taking home a dream truck. So you might be sitting in that heated seat watching these videos from the comfort of your Super Duty one day. Just think about it. Sounds pretty nice. Boss makes $1, I make $10, and that's why I shit on company time.
Company time. Gotta go. Company time.
Denali's coming back together, my friends. We've got the rear steps installed, the side steps installed, the running boards after their powder coat and paint match caps back and installed. And we've got these fancy little things right here. This is a new component. We did not trim down the factory runs. Rather, our friends from Kelderman came through and provided this cap that they manufacture and sell for the 2020 Denalis. This is so you can have a nice finished bezel, but run bigger wheels up front, because we know us GM guys like to run a big wheel up front, but you run into some real estate issues if you have a front fender flare that sits down this far. So what they do is they 3D print these little caps that bolt up right into the factory location, but give you that added clearance while giving you a nice finish end, where I was running it without a cap for a while. So big shout out to those guys. Thank you so much. I am gonna link those in the description below. Definitely a very cool little add-on to this truck. And then on the back here, we've got our factory flares back and installed. You can see how these are longer. You could cut down the factory ones, but then you get into some mounting issues because you have to cut some of the tabs off and it just doesn't work all that well. So those things are pretty slick. But we've got a very different look going on here and I am absolutely loving it. Those things I've wanted to do for a while. It's just we really haven't had time, but now that they're done, I'm happy that we took the time out of our day to really kind of get this thing updated into its next phase. Ooh, that looks really nice. I like that a lot. Still feel pretty grippy when you get off them?
Yeah, they still feel good when you get off them.
Good. Yeah, you can still feel the texture like really, really well when you go to grab these things. So they're not like slick boards by any means. You can step on them and actually still get a good step going and not slip all over the place, because sometimes powder coat can be like really, really glossy.
It's almost nicer for those than the like factory amp steps, because those actually can clean. If anyone's ever cleaned amp steps with like a microfiber or anything, you know
impossible.
It's impossible to do. You can actually clean those fairly easy.
See, it's a win-win, boys. And those Kelderman caps look amazing. This paint match back here was so long overdue. I think that at least the wheels and the tires on this truck and the other paint match that we did distracted from the fact that those things absolutely needed addressed. It's just that we kind of got a little bit sidetracked in how it was, but man, I freaking love it. It just is that little touch that was 100% necessary on this thing, and it really tied it together. Looking at it from the back here now, we've got paint match that kind of goes across the whole bumper, and then you've got your little step. Now this step pad's actually rubber, so you can still step on it without scratching up your nice clean paint. And same thing on the side here. I really wanted to maintain the same functionality of being able to step up here, getting that form and that function all in one big foul swoop. I have seen people paint these, but the instant that you take your shoe with dirt or rocks or even just dust from walking around on the ground and touch that, man, it would get all scratched up, and I would feel terrible doing that. It would look good until you go to step on it once. So boys, that brings us to this pivotal point in the vlog where we're gonna give our boy Delmonico a little bit of love. A lot of you guys have been wanting content on this truck, and believe me, I wanna make content on this truck. We got a lot of really awesome things in store for this thing. But selfishly, I've kind of just been daily driving it for like the last 2 weeks, and I've really been enjoying this thing. You can see it's got a nice perma-coated dirt on it from driving it all over the place. And well, I feel terrible having it look like this. It's such a nice color. We gotta get this thing cleaned up. There's that sexy Delmonico that I wanted to see that I've been missing. Guys, this truck cleans up so unbelievably well. This color is gorgeous. I can't even emphasize how deep and dynamic and rich it looks. And I just can't wait to show you guys the direction that we're gonna take with this truck. We've been kind of slow getting off to a start with it as we got some pretty exciting things in the works, especially on the topic of the dually. We may or may not have found a specific candidate that we're very interested in, and well, there may or may not be a really big announcement that'll be coming in just about a week's time.
I found an 18!
Yes, dude!
I thought we were missing the Tecton 18?
You found it.
It's right here!
Yeah, you hold on to it. Make a necklace. That way we don't lose it. Everyone's like, dude, the 10 millimeter goes missing. In this shop right here, it's 18 millimeters. There's just something about their popularity that leads to them ending up somewhere that isn't in our toolbox. So, while we were kind of shuffling trucks around here, Denali being outside, Delmonico being inside, may or may not have already potentially ruined one of those parts that I was just talking to you guys about and sharing my excitement with you about in the process. Okay, so those Kelderman caps are awesome. And I love them. They look fantastic. They clean up the corner of that truck so well. But see how that one's not there right now? See how that's missing? I learned that they're just a little bit thicker than the factory ones. I broke it already. Yeah. So that kind of sucks. You can see that they hang out right there. They're very thick. It's like a thick piece of plastic that goes across. That's probably about 2.5 inches. Well, you can see my tire really liked it, and it wanted to meet it, wanted to shake its hand, but it scared it away and sent it flying across the parking lot. Also happened to rip the back mount clear off of this thing. It's thick plastic. I mean, it's really strong plastic. It's 3D printed. It doesn't really have much flex to it at all. But I guess I found the weak point. You can see right there, it's still attached to the bottom of it, and yeah, it severed right there. So I think the issue in my specific scenario is this. When this was kind of sitting up in here, I didn't have all that much clearance right here, whereas with the factory one, this is actually all open and it would allow me to do a full turn radius and not create any interference. As excited as I was about running these, I don't think that it's gonna be possible with the wide wheels that I'm running on this right now because of how far it sticks out right here. Join me for some further explanation back in the shop. What was that?
Don't worry about it.
So here we have the factory one. Here we have the Kelderman one. There's that mount that I completely ripped off. If I flip this thing around and I flip this around, you can see there's a very big difference in the thickness. We had actually trimmed out this piece to make it very skinny on the inside and give us a little bit of a contour. This piece is considerably thicker, and that's where that contact point happened, right here. Whereas if this was on the truck, that wouldn't have happened. I was very excited and somewhat cautious about, well, avoiding this, but I only turned about one rotation before I actually saw this shoot across the parking lot out there. So bad news is, Doesn't look like they're gonna work for me, but I still think that they are a very good product. I think that's a fantastic idea, and I think it's gonna suit a lot of your needs. I just am very honest and transparent with you guys, and well, I had to share the fail of the day. Hey boys, what's up dudes? Welcome back to the vlog. All right guys, we're a little bit all over the place today. I kind of forgot to mention, just because I don't really want to give myself self-proclaimed credit, I didn't mention it earlier in the video. I don't know, I don't really like feel the need to announce the fact that it's like my birthday, but it is my birthday today. And we left the shop just a little bit earlier so I could get home, because I am going to be going out to dinner with my wife tonight. We've got a babysitter for little Jack, his grandmom's coming up. So we kind of had to jet out the shop. Decided that I would figure out this mud flap situation some other time, because hey, it's my birthday. I'm just going to embrace the fact that it's the one time of the year that my birthday's here. So boys, that being said, grab some entries for Dream Diesel giveaway number 14, because before you blink, it's going to be over. Tap that subscribe button, notification bell, and like button on your way out. And well, I'll see y'all in the next upload.